Everybody, welcome back. 23 and 3, the podcast. I'm G.
D.
Going to get into some real topics today. Got a good one for y'all. We'll get into a little bit of coaching, little debate that's been going around, a lot of some sports chats and barber shops for, a little time here. But we're going to touch on that. Big AI Steph Joe, so, keep it locked and tuned in. In the meantime, Big D, what you think about this? These playoffs, these adjustments. We touched on coaching a little bit the last time.
We did.
How you feel about that?
You think coaching matters more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Coaching can affect the game. I'm not saying it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But ultimately, it's a player's game, right?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can agree with that.
And it's a make or miss league. So a coach, like we say, a coach is bad. But if he drop a play and it works, that's coaching too.
Right.
But the player, it's harder to make that shot than it is to draw up a shot.
Right.
We've seen a lot of players have open shots and they don't make them, and we ain't discussing it no more.
Right. That's kind of like you said with that joint, when we talked about it was the Doc, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speaking of current events, but Doc and drew up that last play and B got open, hit the shot. Like I was saying, like without the coaching, you drew up that play to get your best player open, but at the end of the day, it's on him to, you know what I'm saying, to make the shot. You know what I'm saying, to make the shot. Like you said, if he don't make it, then it's like, all right, you either some people gonna criticize the coach and some people gonna criticize the, you know what I'm saying, the shooter. Be like, well, bro, no, I mean, you was wide open. You got to, you know what I mean, you gotta hit it. So I mean, to me, I think it's like I said, I feel like it's either even or about 55-45 player coach. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I'm pretty sure you probably like 70-30.
Like,
probably like 70-30.
Like I give coaching like at the most 30% of it.
Facts.
I feel I want to go less than that, to be honest, because it's hard, right? Like say Steve Nash right now.
Okay.
He don't have no coaching experience.
Good example.
But he got Durant and Kyrie.
ISO ball.
So while you walking into that, like how do you coach that? Like you kind of gotta see your team first before you know how to coach them.
Right.
So but when you got them two kind of players, you don't want to overcoach. You don't want to be calling a whole lot of plays.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah. So I mean, in a way, it I guess you're saying it kind of also depends on the situation. So like, if you got for example, before Kerr got there, Mark Jackson was there.
Right.
Kerr came into a, you know what I'm saying,
right.
basically a walk in the park. Like, bro, you got one shooter, you got another shooter, and then you got a nigga that can do everything except for maybe shoot. But it's like, all right, as a coach, like you said, you don't really got to do a whole lot with that. Versus if you go to Sacramento, you got to actually motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, coach, because it ain't really them type of niggas out there.
True.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
True.
So it's like, I guess I feel how I feel because, and maybe I should put a disclaimer on how I feel about it because I think it depends on the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, in Boston, the Boston coach, he's coaching, but with Tatum and Brown and Smart there, you don't really have to do a lot of coaching, I should say. You just kind of like, all right, look, I seen this, we're going to, intertwine this, or I think this offense will work because of it heightens your skill sets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas, somebody that like Steve Nash, never coached before, he doesn't really know how to effectively heighten KD and Kyrie's skill set in the offense.
Facts.
It's a lot of, like Mug said, it's a lot of ISO ball,
Yeah.
which is good for Kyrie, but in a sense, I don't think that's good for KD because I'm not saying he doesn't have that skill set because he does, but
Yeah, KD fire on the
to
ISO.
come off, would you rather him be on the ISO or would you rather him coming off picks and, getting open looks? Because right now,
he could do either.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, he definitely can do either, but I would, if I'm the coach, I want him coming off with picks and getting the ball that way and then kind of determining like, all right, do I got this shot here? I can 2 dribbles, pull up. Pull-up game is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So versus, I'm just gonna try to take you one-on-one and, create a shot. Like, as of right now, like that's growing to show that's hurting them versus
He getting jammed up.
To me, he getting slowed down. But a lot of that, again, is about the players, right? Because he's like that's happening against players that's as tall as him, as quick as him. Like that's the perfect matchup to stop Durant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Put some size on them.
So that ain't coaching. Like that's the players. You know, these are special talents we talking about. Like take Boston for instance, right? Like right now we saying their coach is making a difference. Right, that's what we saying right now.
Yeah.
But Boston was in the Eastern Conference Finals with the old coach a couple of years ago when them same players was even younger.
Facts.
Right.
So why now
But
are we saying their coaching is better? And he ain't made it to where the old coach took him yet.
I think people are saying that because they're better defensively. Like defensive wise, they were the number one defensive team in the league.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think defensively wise, they're definitely better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can.
Okay.
I think the reason why people are saying is because the coach adjusted and figured out each person's skill set on the defensive end versus having Marcus Smart guard maybe another point guard or something like that. Okay, now he's taking on the best defender probably until the third quarter or maybe late in the fourth, and then Tatum. Now we're gonna we're gonna switch off, and then I can switch Jalen Brown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or okay, all right, Tatum on the defensive end, you can kind of relax a little bit. We're gonna do this, and then on the offensive end, you be able to take off because now you got energy. So like I said, it just depends on the situation.
So let's say they advance, right? And I'm going ahead a little bit because they haven't done it yet.
Right.
But let's say they do, and they get knocked out this next round.
In the second
Are
round.
we saying in the second round?
Okay.
Are we saying that their coaching was better this year versus when they went further in the playoffs? Right? Like we can't say that yet. We can't say that this coach is the reason why they doing this because they've been here already. They've done what we seeing them do. They've already done that.
I see what you're saying.
This Kyrie and KD though.
I see what you're saying.
This Kyrie and KD.
I'm about to say, and then you got to factor in the level of competition that they face during that time.
I mean, don't nobody care at the end of the day.
I mean, they don't, but I mean, you know
like
what I'm saying?
we gonna look back on it and say Brooklyn got knocked out in the first round if it happens. It ain't gonna be. It was Tatum and Brown and great coaching. We don't care about that.
True.
Like we want results.
That's true.
At the end of the day, like that's like for certain guys, when you get to a certain level, it's just about the ring.
Don't matter. Yeah,
it's about the ring.
But that's kind of the point he was making because when you make a plan for Kyrie and KD, that's coaching. So that was a great point.
And I'm saying, but like say if you lose to Miami, why couldn't you make up? Why can you make up a good plan for lesser talents that you about to see now? What happened to this great plan?
Yeah.
Like so,
it could be, but then that also falls on what I was saying because now Miami is seeing that and they coach made an adjustment to, you know what I'm saying, to counteract. Okay, well this might how you come with us because this is how you came in KD and Kyrie, and our time is a little bit less than that. So now I got to adjust because I know how you might be able to come a little bit. Pause. But it's like all right, so you know it's like I said, it's a cat and mouse game. You know what I mean? Just.
But the cat and mouse game ain't coaching to me. It's just all about the players to me. It's all
Jimmy
about
is a
the
dog
players.
right now.
It's all about the players. Like it's like if you drawing up a game plan to stop two guys, it's easier for you to say what we need to do
versus doing
it.
Facts.
Most definitely.
You know, like it's just different. Like every great player got a defense drawn up for him. It got to the game and it didn't matter. Like you talk about great players.
Yeah,
that's just the difference.
Yeah.
Like all these coaches that have won championships that still like Popovich, he still can coach, but he ain't got the players no more.
Right.
So we ain't talking
depending
about
on circumstances, like we said.
I'm saying it's players though.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
like the circumstance is players.
the players,
You
right?
got
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah,
talent.
so it's like okay. At the end of the day, we kind of see it the same, but see it different at the same time. If that makes sense.
Like take the Lakers coach. They fired him. Some people feel like he can't coach. Some people feel like he can't. But a couple of years ago, he won a championship. He could he not coach then? He couldn't coach then.
Facts.
Right?
That's talking.
But they still won a championship because of the players.
Yeah.
You know? So
AD was healthy.
exactly.
Yeah.
So they had players, so they won. That same coach that can't coach you to the playoffs, when he had better talent, he was a championship coach.
Okay.
He drew up that play for AD.
Okay.
He hit the shot.
Yeah.
That's great coaching. No, AD just a great player.
Okay.
Well, let me throw a wrench in these plans. Phil had the best players of all time.
Facts.
But was he a good coach?
Me personally, I want to hear what you think first.
Was Phil a good coach?
Best players of all time. Michael Jordan, Kobe, Shaq.
Yeah, he had him.
He had a good
had
system.
I was about to say he had a good system,
We
but
can't say
I
system
think
when
on
it's Michael
your, I think
Jordan.
on your,
You can, because you
and how you see it works for Phil, because without those players, I don't think the system itself works.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't have a Jordan Pippen, who was that center? Luke Longley or whatever the fuck the nigga name was, or you didn't have a Kobe, Fisher, and Shaq,
Right.
I don't think that triangle offense works anywhere else like that.
Knicks.
But if we talk about Phil, definitely players way more than the
Right.
coaching on that aspect. You know what I'm saying? And who he had as a player, you know what I'm saying, that shows.
But I mean, to Phil's credit, right? Like all of those teams he was at before he got there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They weren't
That's why I
winning.
say
They weren't
on
winning.
your logic on with Phil is okay. Yeah, 70-30. I can see,
Right.
I can see that.
That's
Because
a fact.
I will
You know
give
what I'm saying?
Phil credit for what he did bring. And like Phil's greatest strength, like they called him the Zen Master.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was great at managing superstar
Superstar
egos.
egos.
Facts.
Like he was the perfect guy to do that.
Yeah.
But as far as X's and O's, like how you saying what really affects the game,
Yeah.
coaching, like I don't think he was a big X's and O's.
No, it wasn't. And that's why I said your lot under 70-30 might be a little bit less. That works for Phil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now
Time out. And for everybody that heard me say that and saying he had the triangle offense, no. Texas Winners put that together and taught Phil that offense that he took other places.
That's
So,
right. That is
Yeah.
right. That is correct. That is very correct. That's right. Son's coach. Like, how do you feel that falls with him? But I think the year before he got there, or his first year there, they didn't go to the playoffs. And then, you know what I'm saying, the next year, NBA Finals.
What
You know
happened?
what I'm saying?
What happened? What changed?
I mean, they got CP.
Yeah, whole time. Stop right there. Stop right there. Again, you get players. Because there's no way you telling me that his culture was so good that they couldn't make the playoffs, and the very next year they go.
Matter of fact, that year, I think there was like a game or two away from the play-in.
Yeah, I mean they
So they almost, they didn't make it, but they was on that. Okay, all right,
They ain't make it.
you know
to
what
the
I'm saying?
playoffs.
Yeah, because they dogs now.
So
You know what I'm saying?
there's
So-
no way that you telling me his coaching was so good the year before, but we ain't make it to the playoffs. But the very next year we go to the finals.
No, I ain't gonna say it's that good. But
I'm saying it's
he added a piece that
Chris Paul
probably. I mean, they definitely
stepped
was
in the
Chris
room
Paul.
and
Definitely
we went
was.
to the finals.
They definitely was
That's
missing
the
that
difference.
piece. Yeah, they definitely
That's
was
the
missing that
difference.
piece.
Players.
Definitely was missing that piece. So yeah, like I said, like I said, I didn't say I don't feel like you were wrong. I don't think that your lot on how you see it was wrong. Like you said, I don't put as much on the players, but I do understand and see your point. Like, it's not a wrong in how you look at it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's how I mean that's we just
45,
got this, you know what I mean?
like 45, like
Alright, cause like alright, so
like tell me where your 45 kick in at. Give me an example of where your 45 kick in at.
like as a coach,
Adjustments.
I mean, adjustments is definitely a big part of it.
Yeah.
Definitely a big part of it.
That's his word.
If you got it cooking, you know what I'm saying, in the first and the second game, and I'm looking like, all right, we got our ass bust on the road. I gotta go home. If we don't win at least one at home, we done. So I gotta be like, all right, man, I gotta sit here and adjust. You know what I'm saying? All right, what was they doing in the first two games that was killing us? Or what matchup was they really, really exploiting so I can know not to go back to that matchup?
Fact.
I guess what give me like a real life instance, right? Because I can say we gotta make adjustments and do this and that.
All right.
Yeah, we're talking.
But give me a real life situation where we see this play out.
All right. Doc Rivers.
Oh my God.
Doc Rivers.
When it come down to the chips on the table, bro. 3-1 leads. You lost the most 3-1 leads in NBA history.
He got one chip in 20 years. I mean, hey,
Prime example.
Oh my God.
Prime example, bro. All right, so we was getting killed. I'm gonna give you 2 examples on Doc. Okay. One from last year and one from this year. Last year, we was getting killed in the first half against the Hawks. We was getting killed. The whole time, you had Ben Simmons guarding, what was it, Bogdanovich, I think it was. And Trey was lighting, was it Maxey? I think it was like Maxey ass up in the you know what I'm saying, on the jump. And I was like, bro, why don't you have Ben Simmons on Trey? That's your best defender. Why don't you have your best defender on him? The nigga switched it at halftime. We was down like 15 or 20. By the end of the third, but we was only down about 1 fucking point. Because you made that adjustment.
Adjustments.
You know what I'm saying? Recently, this is a bad adjustment though. Recently, you was up 20. You was playing the Milwaukee Bucks. We was in the third quarter. You was up 20 in the third quarter. You took Embiid out from the middle of the third quarter almost to the middle of the fourth quarter. Milwaukee walked that lead down and Giannis had 24 points by himself in the quarter.
Facts.
You called no timeout. You made no adjustment. This nigga was killing Tobias Harris.
Okay.
You made no adjustment. And then you ended up losing that game when you was up 20 in the middle of the third quarter.
Right.
You're not supposed to lose, and you was at home. You're not supposed to lose that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, to me, that was a good on Milwaukee's coach because he seen it was like, oh well shit, if they gonna do that, oh no, hey Giannis, go ahead and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
They gonna put Tobias Harris on you. Another prime example. We played Brooklyn. You had Tobias Harris guarding Kevin Durant, bro.
Getting cooked.
Kevin Durant. That's Kevin Durant, bro.
Getting cooked.
You had Tobias Harris guarding him. Why you ain't have your best defender and Thibault guarding him?
Yeah.
You got to make the adjustment.
Right.
Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like adjustments makes a coach a way better. Like, that's why I put so much emphasis on it because if I'm cooking, all right, what you going to do to stop me from cooking? You might not be able to stop me, but what you going to do to at least slow me down?
Right.
Because if I got 30 and it's halftime and I got 30, what you think I'm going to do the other half?
I mean, if we talk about those kind of Kevin Durant type of guy, it's really nothing you can do.
There's really nothing you can do, right? You know what I'm saying? But instead of the nigga scoring 60, now he might have goddamn 45 or 50. You know what I mean? But at least give us a chance, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't make no adjustments to at least give your team a chance. Or if you up 20 and you just see them niggas, the lead dwindling, and you don't call no timeout, no nothing, you just let the lead crash.
Yeah, on that one, yeah.
Like, come on, bro. You
I
gotta,
feel you on that one. I understand that.
they on the run, but no, timeout, bro. We gonna slow this joint. Hey, y'all, we need some stops, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was at 20, we at 15. Like, let's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't do none of that. You just blame it on the refs. No, nigga, call the timeout. Do some coaching.
All right, so all right, let me ask you this thing. In that situation right there, as the coach, right, are you thinking down the road or are you just playing for this game, right? And I say that because I might want to see what a matchup looks like. Because I know I may have to see them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as a coach, are you letting certain things play out so that you getting your adjustments ready for when you need them? Not for this regular season game, but I'm trying to get my adjustments down. I'm getting
Okay.
real time film on an opponent that I'm gonna have to see in the playoffs.
Okay.
So is it possible that Doc is thinking this as all of that's happening?
That's okay. So
When they walking the lead down, is it possible that Doc is saying, I want to see how Tobias reacts on the offensive end when this is happening? Like, I want to see certain things.
Okay. Does that, okay, all right, so one, this question does kind of matter a little bit. Does this game matter? Is this an important game, or is this just this like a beginning of the season game? This ain't are we fighting for playoff position?
No, I'm saying I'm talking about the actual game that
that I was
Giannis
talking
walked
about.
in, right.
Okay, So no, because at that point it was no. Well, I mean, the
You
only way
know
you might be
what
able to
they
see him, would be at that time. I think we was either the two, either we was the two and they was the three, or they was the three and we was or they was the two and we was the three. Either way, it was reversed, but it was only separated by one game. So the only way that you would really see them is if we got to the conference finals.
Time out. All right, so let's say you thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have been, like, say you would have jumped them for that seed.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, Brooklyn might have been who you would have had to see.
At the 7th seed. Okay.
So, and I'm Doc Rivers now.
All right.
I know this. Right. If we win this game, we gonna be sitting in position to play Brooklyn in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
I may not want that if I'm Doc. I may want what happened. I may want Toronto.
Facts.
You know, that's what I may want.
Get that easy win.
Okay.
So that could be my thing. My thinking more long range than what we got to do in this game.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. But I would think that you would want to do that in the first and the second quarter, not the third and the fourth quarter.
Facts.
Third and fourth quarter is money time.
When it count.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would say, all right, if you want to play around with the matchups, okay, cool. Do that matchup in the first and the second quarter. Not middle of the third going for your home stretch. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because then at that point, you really, granted, I see what you're saying, like, all right, I'm looking long term, but all right, even in the short term, if they cooking, then what you think the other coaches thinking on the other end, like, oh well, shit, if they go to this matchup, I'm gonna cook these niggas.
I'm thinking this gonna work. If I'm the winning coach,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm thinking this gonna work. But if I'm Doc, you don't know that I'm ready to switch it up.
I mean, yeah, true.
You thinking you gonna employ this game plan, and that's what's gonna work for you. But I'm already 10 steps ahead of you because I know what's gonna work and what's not. I remember what got us up by 20. I remember what happened that got us to lose a 20-point lead. I'm fouling all of that away. Right?
Okay.
Like, you just think you better. Right? Y'all walk the lead down. You ain't thinking about it was because of me. You know? So I can see it working either way.
Yeah. That's what's like. I mean, I guess it just depends on the circumstance of the team. But that's just, I don't know, man. Adjustments. Definitely how, you know what I'm saying, your offensive system, I think, definitely matters.
Right.
We see that with Golden State.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That system just...
Ultimate light skin.
It just is what it is.
Right. So let me ask, so in coaching again, Mark Jackson, Golden State's coach, versus Kerr, do you think they had the same success? No matter whichever one of them would have been the coach, would they have had the same success?
I think so.
I think so, but it's hard because Mark caught them boys when they was young and they was rising, and then Kerr got them when they was on the rise. You know what I'm saying? Basically at that, you know what I mean, making that break, and then just he inputted that system, and then literally it was like the next year them niggas went to the chip. So it's like, who's to say that Mark couldn't have did the same thing the following year?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll never know.
You know what I'm saying? So, me personally though, I think Mark Jackson is a hell of a coach. I really think he deserved another shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me,
I'm surprised he
ain't got one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a couple coaches in the league that I think he's better than, that he deserves a shot, bro.
That tells me that it wasn't just about what was happening on
the court.
Yeah,
yeah. No doubt.
It was something else.
No doubt. Definitely with some backstory to that.
But I do think Curry took him to another level.
Yeah.
And I don't think Mark could have took him. I don't think Mark could have took him to that level that Curry took him to. Just like Mark kind of had him on a leash, so to speak. Like Curry took the leash off.
Curry took the leash off, but I also think that had to do with a lot of the front office, because when Mark was there, him and the front office was always kind of butting heads. So it had to. I think that definitely played a part. When Kerr got there, it was like, all right, we're gonna take the leash off of him, and you know what I'm saying.
I'm saying the players.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I think the front office wasn't allowing Mark to take the leash off of the, you know what I'm saying? Like, the front office was on him, like, bro, if you take the leash off, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, he was going back and forth with the front office before he left. That's part of the reason why he got fired.
See, I ain't heard nothing about on-court stuff
Oh,
that was
yeah,
going.
yeah. No,
I heard it was off the court stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't about nothing that was happening on the
office.
floor.
Yeah, the front office was trying to control what was going on the court. And that's what they was bumping heads with Mark.
And you can
then
tell.
when he got off, then Kerr came in and it was like, all right, we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna step back and let you do what you do. Kerr came in and implemented the system that he basically learned kind of from Pop a little bit.
It was a mixture of a
Phil.
couple things.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, learned a couple, you know, boom, boom, and put in that system, and they, you know what I'm saying, they continued to take off. Like, took off probably faster than, you know what I'm saying, people thought. But
like, to me, I don't like nothing I've seen in Mark Jackson's game. He come from a different era too.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
His coaching comes from that era of basketball, right? Where Steve Kerr was an actual shooter.
Yeah.
So when I say take the leash off, I'm saying shoot it. If you come across half court and you open, shoot the ball.
Gotcha.
Like, they started setting screens at half court.
Yeah.
Mark Jackson was not doing that, and it wasn't because they was in the front office saying don't set screens at half court. Like, I'm not believing it.
Oh yeah. No, I don't. I'm not saying
That's
like
when I say take the leash off. That's what I mean.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
He
Gotcha.
freed up the players. Like, Kerr freed them up, saying shoot it. Anywhere you open, shoot it.
Okay.
Mark Jackson didn't come from. That's not his mindset. You know, it's a lot more structure. It's a lot less freedom of movement.
Well, let me turn it up a bit for y'all.
Okay.
Let me turn it up a bit for y'all. Luka down. We talking coaching, right? Jalen Brunson stepped up. Now, you said coaches versus player. Talk to me. Did we know Jalen Brunson was coming?
No, we not like that.
Yeah,
not like that. Not like that. Jalen Brunson is by far from a scrub. He got busy at what was it, Villanova? Yeah, he got busy at Villanova. So I ain't gonna say that we didn't know he was coming, but we ain't know he was
like this.
You know what I mean? 40 balls and that.
That's
bro,
crazy.
So what is that? Is that coaching? Is it coaching?
That's what I'm asking.
That's what, like that one is tough, bro. That one is tough because, like you said, we knew he was, you know, he was solid, but
back-to-back wins.
Coaching ain't going out there job before that game.
Definitely not.
But it's coaching putting you in a position to, because now I don't have my superstar.
He
So now I
play.
gotta. Now technically for real, I gotta kind of coach.
He just might be like, I'm gonna do this right here.
I mean, it could just be a situation where, like, you might, like, that may be a GM jump. Like, GM selected that player to do that because what they do is just get the ball to Luka and create. Set a pick, let him create shots for everybody or for himself.
And that's input in the offense that heightens his skill set. Is what you know what I'm saying? It's his skill set. All right, I'm gonna create. I know I can get mines, but I'm gonna create in this jump. You know what I'm saying? Same with Ben Simmons, in my opinion. He's a creator. He's not really a shooter. Right. But if you tell that nigga, hey, I need you to break down here and the motherfucking JJ Redick gonna be open in the right corner.
Right.
He know how to break it down to where I'm going to draw that defender exactly how the coach drew it up.
Bang.
And JJ gonna be open right in the corner.
Bang.
Now it's up to JJ to hit the shot.
Right.
It also is up to Ben to make the pass.
Right.
But if you do exactly what I told you to do, how I'm thinking it's gonna work, it's gonna work that way.
Right.
We should get exactly what we want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, it does, like I said, your point definitely makes sense because I was talking to my boy Rich, shout out Smoking Section.
What up, Rich?
He's a coach, he coaches Little League, and he was saying that his players be like, yo, why you yelling out the play? He was like, because I don't give a fuck if they know the play, they still gotta stop the play.
Right.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So that goes on the players. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, what you said definitely makes sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it just, like I said, it really depends on how you look at coaching for real.
Well, y'all close out, man. Give me y'all percentage, coaches versus players. Give me your percentage after all the discussion.
I'm thinking about it. I'm going less. I said 70-30. The players at first. I'm thinking less than that now. I'm thinking maybe a quarter.
90-10, bro.
I give him a quarter.
A quarter, 75. You going with the players? What up, Jalen Brunson?
Damn, man. After after you say it like that, I mean,
Like, give it to him.
I might go 60-40.
60-40.
I might go 60-40 because you make a good ass argument, bro. So I might go 60-40.
Where you came from?
60-40. Shit, I was 50-50
Yeah,
or
you said
55-45.
45, yeah.
So, 60-40. I can do 60-40.
Alright.
That. All right, so that's our opinions and our views on, you know what I'm saying, this coaching thing in this world, whether it's NBA, high school, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, comment below, let us know what you think. You know what I'm saying? Follow the page, Wewantin podcast. G.
D.
We out, yo.